Welcome back again. I am happy you made it back here for part 3 of our yoga at home series. And we're continuing to remember that we're building our own practice. So your yoga, and you're building it your way. I'm just here as this kind of guide. You want to feel your way through and notice what's working for you and what's not. So today we're going to add on a longer chunk, more shapes or more poses as you will. So we're going to build it in 2 different kind of little chunks. And the whole point of our Sun C is just this creative flow. And what are we doing with our creative flow? We're touching our body from our head all the way down to our toes. Think of it as these highs and these lows in your practice. So every inhale, really open up. Every exhale is this fold, this twist to deepen your practice. So we're gonna get started right away over on our mat. As you finish up some B, you'll find yourself back in your downward facing dog. Feel free in between kind of steps, phases, whatever you want to call it, to take a little time in your downward facing dog, pedal it out. Make sure you're continuing to reconnect to your breath. Now this next little flow series is going to touch our entire body. It's going to be nice and creative from head all the way down to our toes. We're going to build it in 2 separate chunks. And we build it in shorter chunks to help our body, our mind remember where we're going. But it all comes back to our breath. Remember, our inhales are going to lift us up or open us. Our exhales are going to bring us down or fold us, maybe even twist us. So let's start from here. Downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right toes up towards the ceiling. Feel that stretch. Exhale as you shift forward, bring your knee in towards your nose. See if you can hollow out your low belly, make that connection, little core crunch. Inhale, back to a 3-legged dog. Exhale, step right in between your hands, just like we did for our warrior 1. This time stay up off your back heel, inhale. Call this crescent lunge. You're just lifting your chest, reaching your hands up towards the ceiling. Now notice your stance. It's always where you want to start. Feel nice and stable. Hips are sinking low towards the ground. You'll feel that in your left hip flexor. Breathe in. As you exhale, spin your back heel down, humble warrior. Hands are going to come back behind you. And as you pull the knuckles away, the head will drop down towards your mat. Feel like your crown of your head is going to touch all the way down towards your mat. You're going to open up into your hips even more. What are these? Knuckles. Pull away from your tailbone. One more exhale. Keep pushing away all your breath. As you inhale, release your hands, but take this right hand, lace it behind your back, squeeze your belly in, and then karate chop those left fingertips up towards the ceiling as you twist towards your back leg. Call this exalted warrior, reverse revolve. Keep twisting as you breathe more breath in. Look back towards that back shoulder. Now as you exhale, you're going to pivot towards the long edge of your mat and sink into your back leg, your left leg. Call it a low side lunge. Now you may sink low, all the way down towards your mat. You may stay a little higher. It just depends upon the flexibility in your hips, how you're feeling today. For a little bit more stability, you can put your hand on your knee or have the hands at heart center. You're going to feel a nice opening in towards your inner thigh as you sink even lower. As our exhale, remember every move is a breath. As you inhale, just look back towards the top of your mat and crawl there. Exhale, take that high to low push-up. Plant your hands, bend your elbow. Take a nice big back bend. Exhale, hips go high. Now we build those same exact shapes onto the left side. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, crunch, crunch, crunch. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, step in between your hands. You're becoming more familiar with them now, so we speed up. Long, wide stance. Inhale into your crescent lunge. Feel the hips pushing down. We have a high and we have a low. Interlace. As you pivot onto your heel, exhale, drop the crown of your head in towards your humble warrior. Feel this left shoulder grazing your inner thigh, not setting on it. You're grazing, pulling the knuckles away, feeling your chest expansion. Now as you inhale, release the hands, left hand karate chop. It'll give you that movement to lift and twist towards your bent leg. You always got to use your core muscles, your bandhas in yoga, to move you from shape to shape. Breathe in. Exhale, turn to the long edge of your mat, sink into your low side lunge. Nice back view. Notice how you sink low, maybe even a little bit lower. Hands can be at heart center, mat, knee, it doesn't matter. Feel the inner thigh stretching out, and then look forward. Inhale, exhale, crawl down. Take your high to low push up. Now you can always cut this out and push back to down dog if you'd like. Now a couple more shapes we're gonna add on. Let's take those first shapes, one breath, one movement though. Inhale, right toes, knee to nose. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, step in between your hands. You start with your crescent lunge, lift as you sink low. Exhale into humble warrior. Base first and then drop the crown of your head as you pull knuckles away. Inhale that exalted warrior to karate chop. Right hand comes back. Opposite hand lift and twist you towards your right leg. Exhale, turn long edge, sink. You find your side lunge, whatever that's gonna work for you. Now we change directions to kind of shake up our brain. Get us out of our brain into our body. Now as you inhale, turn all the way to the back of your mat. Stamp your right hand down, left fingertips go high to the sky. Take a nice dragonfly twist, easy twist as you open up. Now let's fold it in. Drop to your back knee. Exhale, half splits. You're just getting into this hamstring. You might fold your nose towards your knee. You might stay up a little bit higher. You're feeling your hamstring into your low back. Yeah, beautiful. We're gonna start to balance now as you crawl forward. Come all the way out for a tree pose. You're gonna stand on this front leg. Squeeze your low belly and then take your right foot. Put it on your calf or all the way up and towards your inner thigh. What's gonna work for you? Find your balance. It takes a few breaths, 1, 2, this first go round, but then your body recognizes exactly where you're supposed to go. Breathe in. Exhale into what we call figure 4. Same ankle goes on towards your thigh and sink your butt back. Notice if you look down, your lower body looks like a big number 4. Sink as low as you can. Feel the stretch even as you balance. And then inhale, dancer's pose. As you stand up, floating leg still comes back behind you and connect all the shapes. Capture your foot, inner or outer arch, it doesn't really matter. And then start to kick into your hand. If you're losing your balance, stay right here. If you want to take it a little bit deeper, kick and lift. Yeah, keep breathing into your back bend. Exhale, plant your hands, step out nice and mindfully as you bend your elbows, take your high low push it. Now that's the whole thing. Let's take those couple new shapes onto the left side, left toe. Knee to nose squeeze. Remember, we're trusting ourselves on where we're going, one breath at a time. Step in between your hands. Inhale, rise on up. Exhale your humble warrior. Back heel down, find your stability, and then drop the crown of your head. Pull your knuckles away. Inhale into your exalted warrior. Keep left hand back behind you. Sweeping motion as you lift, and then twist. Gaze comes back behind. Big exhale, turn and pivot. Sink into your low side lunge. Remember, lower or higher, it doesn't matter. That's where we add it on. Back to the top of your mat. We turn all the way there. Left hand stamps down, right fingertips go high. Nice big twist. You'll feel a stretch, but you'll also feel an opening. Exhale for your hamstring stretch. Drop. And then fold over that front straight leg. It's a nice place to add extra breath if you need it as you start to move. And then we add in the last final balances. Come all the way up for a tree pose. Now standing on the right leg, left foot's gonna slide in or up. Just avoid the knee joint. We don't need to put extra pressure on our knee joint. As you find your balance, push down through your standing foot and then figure 4. Ankle on thigh, sink low. Feel the stretch as your butt goes back, hands come to heart center. You may even stay a little bit lower for balance. As we finish up with dancer's leg comes back behind you, and we stay on this standing leg with the purpose to find that balance. Stay nice and tall, or kick more into your back bend. What's gonna work for you today? Keep pushing this left hip down. Inhale, exhale right back down to your mat. Plant both your hands, step back, and bend your elbows. Remember, the choice is yours for your high to low push. Now let's put that all together one round, and then I'll set you free. I'll still walk you through your inhales, your exhales. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step through. Inhale, come up for your crescent. Exhale, humble warrior, drop the crown of your head. Inhale, that karate chop as you twist towards your bent leg. Exhale, big move, turn and sink into your low side lunge. Now at the back of our mat, plant right. Open the left fingertips up, take a big giant twist. Exhale, drop and fold for your hamstring stretch. And then inhale, come all the way up. We'll start to balance now, tree pose. Find your balance first, even if that takes more than one breath. Inhale. Exhale into your figure four. Lower body looks like a big number 4. And then we'll start to dance it out. Floating leg comes back behind you. Knees come together, or you take a deeper kick. Exhale, plant. Bend your elbows, take your back bend. Now whenever you're facing the back of the mat, left toes, always begin or at your standing leg. It helps you really remember what you're doing. Crescent lunge, breathe in. Exhale into your hips, humble warrior. Inhale your karate chop up, keep twisting. Exhale, big move back to the top of your mat, low side lunge. Inhale, keep turning, dragonfly twist. Exhale, hamstring stretch, your half splits. Oh, check your breath. If you need to slow down right here, go ahead and do so. Now let's finish up with those couple balances. Tree pose, come all the way up. Big number 4 with your low body. Exhale, sink low. Inhale's your dancer. Leg comes back behind you, knees are in line, or you take a deeper back bend. What's gonna work for you? Beautiful. Exhale, take your weight back down to your mat, bend your elbows. Thread your chest through. Hips go high, back to down dog.
Begin now to take off with just your breath and your movement. Trust where you're going. You can go faster, you can go slower. But one inhale, one exhale at a time, you begin to build your practice.
Yes, how are you feeling? Your heart rate should be up. Your breath should have been this rhythmic kind of circle of breath as you connected into your movements, into your body. That's what we're looking for. As we warm up our spine, we warm up our low body, and then we touch on the entire body. And know that that can be a challenge. It's not something that we're gonna pick up on right away, something that we continue to practice. That's why we call it a practice. We're working for that connection. The connection allows us to be able to deal with ourselves better, deal with our life better, and in turn, we can pour that into others. So I want to know what kind of questions you have. Tell me in the comments. Questions, comments, anything that you would like to chat about. I would love to be here for you. And until next time, keep building your practice, putting all these pieces together. You are in control, and remember, you've got this.